Cleo's character really started with a user problem. People are scared to look at their money. Budgets can feel cold, financial jargon is intimidating. So we asked, what if financial coaching sounded like a friend? What if that friend had a personality, a voice, opinions on pizza? Well, people actually started listening because it turns out the best way to help someone change is to make them feel seen and not sold to. So Cleo's signature spending roast was actually born from social media, where we saw users really just embrace her brutally honest brand of tough love. So she wasn't just making users laugh. Through her tone of voice, Cleo could diffuse stress and open money conversations. And that early observation proved really two things. Cleo's voice resonated, and it had to be shaped by user feedback. So to define Cleo, we look at her in three parts: identity, personality, and voice. Identity, who she is. Cleo is a financial assistant helping you get your finances on track. She's proactive, so she's not just an answer to broad questions. Her personality, how she is, we score her on the Ocean framework, which distills human character into 5 empirically validated traits. So by feeding both legacy and generative content into a custom model, we're able to gauge her perceived trait levels. She is a mellow extrovert prone to oversharing. Her voice, how she sounds, is mapped to Nielsen's 4 dimensions of tone of voice, and it's a framework popular enough that GPT is fluent in it. It offers really a more objective visualization of tone of voice that the LLMs can actually pick up on. Unsurprisingly, Cleo leans casual, funny, irreverent, but that tone of voice also makes her super empathetic. So it breaks down barriers, it calls you out all in the best way. And those specs live in our style guide, which trains our writers and our LLMs. So we embed it straight into model prompts, refine them with annotated feedback, and then benchmark that against other assistants. So every line's gonna sound like Cleo, not like a bot. So yeah, we measure how special she is. And shaping her voice around data is absolutely everything. We learned later that trademark roast tone does not work in every context. So when a user's just gotten paid, for example, they don't need sarcasm, they need a plan. So rather than one more target spend and I'm gonna add it as a bill, they need to hear, you have $500 and 4 bills coming up, here's how we make that work. Roast really works best when motivation is needed, like before an overdraft, so we make sure we only roast what users have the power to change, and we train the LLM to know the difference. And that contextual automated tone shifting, that was a major unlock. Super important for somebody having 6 million conversations a day. And it's how we increased our conversation engagement by over 250% last year. So Cleo's character isn't decoration, it is intentional, and it's really the thing that converts attention into habit change. And the fact that most of our writers come from comedy backgrounds probably helps too. So she really wasn't built to behave, she was built to break through.